Hey everyone, welcome back. It's SamyCaps. Oh my god, we just got an update from 11th Hour Games regarding last Epoch, and oh boy, has 11th Hour Games been in the kitchen cooking. They have been grinding the grindstone. This trailer that we just got dropped tonight looked phenomenal. It's a content update for season 2, which is happening on April 2nd. And in this video, we're going to look at all the updates that's coming on April 2nd. If you've been with me for a very long time and you've watched my content, you know I've always said don't sleep on last Epoch. This is going to be an ARPG of the future. And I am sticking to that theory because as more and more content drops from 11th Hour Games, the more and more last Epoch is getting closer to contending for the top spot in the ARPG landscape. And I have to say, I'm super excited for this. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Last Epoch has such an amazing foundation. Their quality of life, just to mention one, is second to none. And they have even made and advanced that even further with this content drop. Obviously, in the past, with previous cycles, the monolith system, the endgame system, fell short. And unfortunately, it caused a lot of players to stop playing the game. But I have to say, this drop, this content drop, this new season looks really, really good. It's clear that 11th Hour Games realized what the defects were in the game and they're trying to improve on it. So I'm super excited to get my hands on it. Obviously, all trailers look good. So it isn't until we get our hands on the game that we'll actually see what it's going to feel like. But I have to say, this is the best trailer that they have ever produced. This is the most amount of content that I've seen in a trailer from them. So I'm very excited about it, and I'm very excited to share it with you and give you my thought on what season 2 Tombs of the Erased is going to look like. It looks phenomenal. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, let's get to it. And here it is, guys. Tombs of the Erased. And like I said in my opening monologue, it's on April 2nd. It's 32 days away. And there is an official trailer. And I'm going to link the full video in the description of this video. Now, Tombs of the Erased, new enemies and bosses await you in our all-new procedurally generated side zones. And there is a new faction, the Woven. Join the Woven faction and gain access to deeper customization, loot options, and more as you navigate the mystery web of power. Now, these Woven the Woven faction, it's my understanding, it looks like you increase rank by spending memory amber. And this faction looks like it will allow us to purchase new Woven Echoes. Now, what do Woven Echoes do? Basically, it looks like we can take these Woven Echoes and change the echoes in our monoliths. In other words, dare I say, it's customization. So season 2 comes with an expansion to the Monolith of Faith system. New Woven Echoes allow you to weave an echo web yourself. Additionally, you'll find new objectives, updates to previous echoes, a new endgame boss, and much more. So it's a form of customization through this faction that allows us to expand the Monolith of Faith system and customize it with the Woven Echoes. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later on. Crafting improvements. Now, for those of you that have played last Epoch, you know their crafting system is unbelievable. They have an amazing crafting system, but yet they're not done. They're further enhancing the crafting system. So the most powerful crafting system in the ARPG just got better in season 2. And I have to say, I love the fact that they're owning this and that they're confident enough to say that their powerful crafting system in the ARPG just got better. And they said it themselves, the most powerful crafting system. Kudos to them, because I have to say, and you guys tell me if there's a more powerful crafting system in the ARPG space. Would love to hear your comments. Anyway, the Tombs of the Erased includes updates to legendary crafting, new and enhanced crafting materials, reworked experimental crafting, new champion-only affixes, and this is another update. We'll talk about the champion part of this comment, and the much anticipated new options for set item crafts in the end game. Mastery respecialization. Starting with season 2, you are no longer bound to your first mastery choice. Find a build and a playstyle that suits you with this much requested new feature. And so there's mastery respecialization. This is kind of like a hot topic in ARPGs. Some people like it, some people don't. Obviously, 11th Hour Games is another studio that listens to their player base. Clearly, they got a lot of feedback regarding allowing players to respecialize their mastery, and hence why they've introduced it in season 2. It must have been a big complaint that they received in order for them to do it. They just don't do things willy-nilly. So some people might not like this. Personally, I love having options in video games, and the fact that you can respecialize your mastery, I think just lends itself to build diversity and allowing players to fine-tune their builds and change their mind if that's what they want to do. So this is what's coming in season 2. They also did the Sentinel, which doesn't get a lot of love, but apparently they did some reworking of the Sentinel. So the Sentinel receives a fresh rework with Tombs of the Erased when Tombs of the Erased launches. This includes changes to many of the base skills, a way to wield two-handed weapons with shields, wow, and more than that, provide exciting new ways to play all of the class mastery. So the Sentinel got some love. There's also a new marksman skill, the Heart Seeker. To defeat evil, you must strike at its heart, strike and again until it no longer remains. The rogue gets a new skill, the marksman mastery, called Heart Seeker. And what does this look like, guys? All you Diablo 4 players, you rogue lovers. Diablo 4, Heart Seeker. Sorry, 11th Hour Games. Hey, but kudos to you, man. I love the fact that they're pulling all these beloved things from other games and making it their own. So kudos to them. No shame in the game. And there's boss and loot updates. So join the Woven faction, gain access to deeper customization, loot options, and more as you navigate this mystery web of power. And these new, look at this boss here. Wow, unbelievable. I have to say, a little bit of a Diablo 2-esque bosses in here. Not all of them, but some of them. Quality of life improvements. This is just beyond amazing. As you can see here now, there now are there are inventory tabs. So as you can see here, there's an item tab, a key tab, and a woven echoes tab. Just amazing, even more quality of life. So the Tombs of the Erased includes numerous bug fixes and quality of life improvements. The dungeon experience, inventory management, and more have been reworked or improved upon as the last Epoch continues to be the gold standard for quality of life in ARPGs. I couldn't have said it better myself. They are the golden standard when it comes to quality of life. Their inventory and adding these tabs further enhances it. Their stash management, search functionality, the amount of stash tabs you can have, it is the gold standard in ARPGs. So just to reiterate, season 2, April 2nd, new faction called the Woven, which you can increase your rank by spending memory amber. This faction allows you to purchase woven echoes, and those woven echoes change the echoes in the monolith system. There are Tombs of the Erased, Cemeteries of the Erased. These look like we can change our echoes and the mechanics. There's new bosses. The Sentinel has been reworked. There's a new rogue skill, Heart Seeker. The introduction of new champion enemies, which drop champion enemy affixes, woven offerings, new endgame crafting materials, new items and uniques, quality of life updates, vis-a-vis mastery respecialization, endgame set item crafting, inventory tabs, which now have items, an item tab, a key tab, and a woven echo tab. There are dungeon key charms. And the example we got in the trailer was that one key charm would open a portal, which when used creates a portal that sends you directly to the dungeon boss, circumventing the whole dungeon and going right to the boss. Unbelievable. And one of my favorites, they now have WASD. Now it's in beta support, but WASD will be in the game, it looks like. And the Aberith boss is getting balance changes, and there's a new Uber Aberith boss fight. It looks like they got some inspiration from Path of Exile on that one, if I'm going to be completely honest. So I love the fact that they're pulling ideas and making it their own from all these other top ARPGs. Hats off to 11th Hour Games. Unbelievable. This looks good, guys. This really looks good. But again, we're not gonna know until we get our hands on it and play it. So after watching this trailer, after getting all this information and absorbing it, I have the following that I want to say. I'm really, really impressed that a small studio like 11th Hour Games has been in the kitchen cooking. They know that on the last cycle and update that they fell short. And the fact that they recognized that and have been in the kitchen cooking like mad, it looks like. This is really, really impressive. And again, looks and what it actually ends up being could potentially be two different things. So we'll have to wait and see on April 2nd what it looks like. But I have to say, this looks like there's a lot of meat on the bone. I love everything that they've done. This new faction, the dungeons, the woven faction, and how we can customize the echoes through that faction. It looks really good. I suspect everybody's going to be trying the woven faction right away because it is the gateway to customizing your monoliths. So it's going to be very, very fun to see. And obviously, all the other things that are coming with it. So really, really looks like an S tier upgrade, and we'll wait and see on April 2nd how it all pans out. But I just wanted to share this with you, and I have to say, I'm obviously excited, but I'm super happy. I love seeing small studios getting things right, and I hope one day that Last Epoch will be up there competing with the big boys and getting in everyone's rotation. I know I am dying to have Last Epoch a consistent staple in the games that I play in my rotation. So I'm looking forward to it, and it looks like they're getting closer and closer. Now, how close they are, only time will tell. So let me know what you think. Have you seen the video? After watching this video, what do you think? How close are they? How are they still far away? What are your thoughts on Last Epoch and how it competes with the Diablo likes, with the Path of Exiles, the Path of Exile 2s? Let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear them. I know I have mine, but I would love to hear yours. Anyway, as always, if you can subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate the support of my content. Doesn't cost you anything, and it would mean the world to me. Having said that, as always, thank you for watching, and we'll hope to see you next time. Take care. The opinions expressed in this video are mine and solely mine. Healthy debate is always encouraged. Hate is never welcomed. So get over it.